What is up, guys? It's time for another video. Sorry for the delay on this one. It took a long time for me to get all of the decals and all of the cars and all of the equipment that I needed to make this video possible. Actually, on my account, it took a lot longer than I expected. And also, apologies for no facecam. I'm still feeling pretty sick, but I'm getting better, so the facecam will be making a return in not too long, I'm sure. But as the title suggests, this is my video for the 12 best painted decals in Rocket League. I'm not going to have any repeat painted decals, so for example, if I like the white variation of one decal and I also like the crimson variation of that same decal, I won't be giving them individual positions on my top 12. It's just going to be unique decals all the way through. Some of them are decals that I might not actually use because it's not to my personal preference, but I tried to be a little bit unbiased here, just to give a little bit of car variation, while also sticking to what I think it does indeed look cool. Some of these I didn't actually know were really cool decals, so I started looking into this and researching, and I found some new ones that I had never seen before, so hopefully you guys get to try something new. If anybody's not an Octane main, there's going to be a couple of cars in here for you as well. But moving in to the top 12, this is just a charger to start things off. I've got all the cars ready in my garage, so revealing number 12, which I'm not too proud of this, so number 12 is just something to get started with. But this is the Saffron Splatter, and the only reason I put this in here is because it sort of matches up well with the is it the Chrono wheels? Is that what they're called? I have to check real quick. Yeah, it is Chrono. It matches up pretty well with the Chrono. I just thought, hey, if you got the Saffron version of this decal, suddenly you've got a big target on the front of your car. So that's the only reason I wanted to see what this looked like, and I thought, yeah, why not? I'm just gonna add this to my list, but it is at the bottom of the list. It's the only painted decal that really, steps up over the default one, a significant margin. But yeah, like I said, bonus points for matching the Chrono wheels. Moving into number 11. The pink Kawaii, and I couldn't put this one in my top 10 because you guys would all call me a weeb, but if you are a weeb, you're probably playing the Masamune, and if you're playing the Masamune, why aren't you using this decal? Because clearly it's the best Masamune decal if you are a weeb and you like pink love hearts. See, there you go, it's even the pink variation just to make the love hearts pink. What else stands out? Yeah, you've got some more love hearts at the back and a star here. Brilliant. You can match the inside of your pink Spiralis if you're so lucky to have one like me. But anyway, for fear of turning into a weeb, I'm going to get into the top 10 because I don't want to look at this for too much longer. Crimson Chainsaw. This is one that the second I saw the chainsaw decal, I thought, oh, I need to see the crimson variation of this, just to check if it in fact paints the blood a different color. And it does, so I'm really happy about that, just to confirm this is a crimson chainsaw decal. And the red is predominantly wherever the blood's splattering, and then you can see the off color that I've chosen is black, so everything else is black. And it looks pretty nice. I've got a crimson chainsaw, literally crimson chainsaw on top of my head as well, just to go with it. Although I'd probably be better with a black one, considering that the chainsaw in the decal is black. But anyway, that's my number 10. I think it's pretty cool that the red does indeed go where the blood is, splattering all over the place. Yeah, definitely a children's car game we've got here. Number 9 is probably the most colorful car I have ever seen. I was ready to just skip over this one when I saw a picture online of somebody who had exactly this color setup, and I'd never seen a car that was this brightly colored. It looks like it's fallen out of a nursery like paint section. But anyway, Crimson Sticker Bomb. And for some reason, the fact that you can see purple here, it depends on what secondary color you choose. As you can see, the secondary color around the crimson area does change based on the secondary color that you select. Same for the other car. And you only really get the splash of all the primary colors if you mix up blue and red and yellow, the primary colors themselves. But there, you see where the red is coming through, because it is a crimson decal. I'll just get that confirmed for you guys. There it is. But if you want a super colorful Takumi, you want to blind your enemies before they see you coming, this is a car for you. The Zombas match perfectly. Number 8. One of my personal favorites, but I know I have to put it down the list because I can't have too many Octane decals up high. And also because I really don't know what's going on at the front here. I think if the front was just redesigned to look more like the back, I'd put this one higher, because I really like the back. It looks a bit like camo. But the real reason why Saffron Buzzkill is so good, in my opinion, is because you can really make a Wasp, like a legitimate Wasp. And the way you do that is, well, there's the Saffron Buzzkill. But if you make the secondary color black, then it completes the Wasp in the proper color, and you got one Wasp on each side. So that's why I've gone with this color combination. If you want to make a black or a darker colors stand out, I find that mixing semi-gloss with other colors or other paint types is a good way to do that. Like metallic pearl, matte, carbon fiber. Mixing semi-gloss with all these really makes the primary and the accent colors stand out from each other. So that's why I've gone for this combination. But there you go, Saffron Buzzkill, just making it to number 8. Got another cheeky little color combination for number 7. This is for the Crimson MDGA for the Dominus. You can also do this with the Titanium White. You can do it with the Sky Blue to some extent. It also works with Orange and Saffron. You really just want any color that will make the eye of this Orca, I guess he is, stand out. So I've gone with Crimson MDGA to do that. And then I've just got some, you know, black to complete the Orca. I suppose you could go for a white shark if you wanted to. I've gone for black and metallic to sort of give it that background shine. It's another. I said that semi-gloss is good for making it stand out, but sometimes it just doesn't match the theme. If you want a darker car, metallic is the way to go. And yeah, why not Severgates, because they also have red eyes. But there you go. That's a pretty cool combination. It looks a lot better than the default, because the default, it doesn't stick out anywhere near as much as when you can give completely different colors to the eyes and the body of this. I'm guessing it's an Orca, but he doesn't have a tail, so it's a little bit weird. There you go. That's a pretty cool one if you're a Dominus player. Not my highest rated Dominus decal on the list though, so stay tuned to see which one made it higher up. Number 6, just had to rethink that, is all of the RLCS decals. So this is just one of them. I didn't get all of them. This is the Saffron Octane RLCS decal. But they're all really fantastic. If you can get your hands on any of the painted RLCS decals, they really do stand out quite well, and they look quite sporty. So you just need to get, you know, the good old metallic and matte combination going, and you can get the sort of appearance of rain, maybe, that you're outside driving in the rain. And Cristiano's matched the little ball on the side of the Octane quite well. So I really like this one. But there's several. You can get the RLCS decals for Dominus, Dominus GT. Oh, what else can you do? My mind is blanking me right now. I'm pretty sure you can get Octane ZSR, Breakout, and Breakout Type S. So both the Octanes, both the Dominus, both the Breakouts. Those are the ones that you can get RLCS decals for. And they're all pretty good painted, but I think mostly, I mean, going back through, you'll see I've got a Crimson, a Saffron, another Crimson, a Pink, and another Saffron. So Saffron, Crimson, Titanium White, those colors, they come up quite a lot for popular decals. So if you can get RLCS decal in any of those, you're probably going to be pretty happy with yourself. Anyway, it's going to move into the top 5 now. And I really like this one because it's got more of a bloom effect than any other decal I've seen in the game so far. And that is the white Gigapede. And what I mean by the bloom effect is if I really quickly go to my settings here and I'll turn off bloom in the video settings, pay attention to the light on the front of the car. I'll turn it back on now. And you can see it just off the menu there. It lights up. But not only that, it seems like the Gigapede, the white Gigapede across the middle, it actually has that bloom effect. But you can magnify that by giving it the semi-gloss tone. Because semi-gloss is brighter, or it's just about as bright as any of the other what are they called, paint types. But yeah, I think it's a really cool one. It matches up really well with the whole. I've got the whole white combination going on. I got the white Sensio and the white Gabins. Yeah, Gabins. So that's just enough to make it into my top 5, but not quite high enough, or not quite good enough to break the top 4, which I think are a step above the rest. These are definitely my 4 favorites when I was making this list, so I'll get right into them. First, at number 4, and this might upset a few people, I've gone for the Lone Wolf, the white Lone Wolf. I didn't rate this higher. You'll see the ones that I've put ahead of it when you see them. But yeah, the white Lone Wolf, it is a great decal. It matches really well with Titanium White Octane. I think it looks great with the black chakrams as well. And it's something it's been super popularized by a lot of pro players. So many pros have been running this decal with all kinds of various combinations, and it does always look fantastic. It's very minimalist. If you like that design, definitely go for it. But I think it might be gaining a lot of value just because so many pros have been using it. I don't know why. I don't know why it got really popular. I think the first pro that I saw using it was Devo, and I thought it does look fantastic. But seeing everybody kind of conform to it is quite surprising. So maybe if you're wanting to go for a painted Octane decal and you don't have all the keys, then I'd recommend waiting to see at the end of my list, because I think there's one that's even better than this. Top 3 now. We've got one Octane car, or one Octane decal, one Dominus, and one Dominus GT. But coming in at number 3 is the Dominus, the Tsuji. And it's the Crimson Tsuji. Note that you could just flip-flop these. If you want to have Crimson where the white is and white where the Crimson is, you would go for the titanium white Tsuji. And it would look pretty much the same. It's like pretty much a 50-50 split on this one. I've just gone for the Crimson because it was, I think, 2 keys cheaper to buy. I know, sell out. But I just think it looks fantastic, especially if you give it the a little bit more texture. You could do that with the circuit board or camo, just to make these hieroglyphics, this sort of graffiti, get some more depth to it. And yeah, the glossy block's not a bad background as well, in my opinion. But if you don't like that, you could, you know, switch out to just about anything. Metallic's also pretty good. But I think it's a really cool decal. It's pretty nice even without the painted variation, but of course getting the painted variation, you just get more color in your car and it stands out more. So that is why it's making my top 3. Top 2 though, got a Dominus GT decal and an Octane decal. Maybe my Octane bias is shining through because I've got Dominus GT unmasked at number 2. This is one that really surprised me, because when you don't see the painted variation of this, or when you see the non-painted variation of this, it doesn't look anywhere near as good, but this one just looks fantastic. With the Crimson unmasking that I've gone for, it just has this crimson line along the tear, and I was just messing about with that, and I found this pretty cool idea that you can give circuit board, like if we don't go for circuit board, this is what it really looks like. It's like unmasking the circuit underneath, but you can actually just double up, give circuit board to the whole thing, and now, do they even connect? I just noticed that they kind of connect even, but not really. But yeah, now you've got this really cool, like one half is white circuit board, the other half is dark, and then if you go for the orange team, you could flip it over, make the dark on the unmasked side. Goes really well with Lobos as well, with the standard Lobos, they're not too expensive. But yeah, I just love this decal. If only I was a Dominus GT player, this would be me. This would be me in game, but I'm not. So instead, me in game, for the time being, is probably going to be this, the White Griffon. I used to play with the White Griffon a while back and I stopped using it just because I got bored, but for me it still is probably my favorite decal, and just car combination overall. The regular Griffon itself is already, do I even have one? I don't think I've even got one, never mind. I was going to show you guys the regular Griffon. Obviously it would just have all of the areas that are currently gold on the car and white on the decal would be the same color, so the split is really, really good. I think the bits that turn white with the White Griffon decal are exactly the parts I would want to turn white. Like it's still got the lion in the main color, the crown, and another lion. It just looks so royal, and matching it up with the RLCS titanium wheels is just perfect. So this for me is just the rank 1 painted decal. I know everybody else is going to have their own opinion of what their rank 1 is, what their favorite painted decals are. Hopefully though, I've been able to show you some cool new ones in this list, so you can maybe, if you are a Breakout player, if you're a Takumi player, Masamune player, Dominus GT, Octane, I think that's all the cars that were featured in my list. Oh, there's Sentio as well. If you are one of those players and you've not seen these decal combinations, I'd recommend checking them out. And a good time to do it is, of course, like whenever new crates come out. Just sell those crates, get your keys, and then you can buy the items with those keys. You don't even have to spend any of your own money. So hopefully that was enjoyable for you guys. I wanted to make this video for quite a while. Finally got around to it. Took ages to get all of the decals, because you know some of these decals are so rare. Nobody's really selling them because nobody really wants them. But I don't know why. If the community only knew how good some of these decals really look, then I'm sure they would be more popular than they actually are. And with some of the crates going out of the drops now, like I don't know what a lot of these decals come from earlier Champions crates that are now no longer dropping in game. It's going to be harder and harder to get a hold of them, so definitely do so sooner rather than later, except for, you know, this is something that just came in the latest crate, so not so necessary to get on the rush for that one. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Apologies for no face cam. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty sick still, but I'll be hopefully getting better soon. And yeah, more casting videos coming up soon. I know you guys like to to badger me on about getting as much casting done as possible. So I certainly will. Don't worry about that. But for now, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good week so far, and take care.